Some new information now on a deadly school shooting in Russia. Police arrest a student there accused of bursting into the school, killing a teacher and a police officer. Children seen running from the scene in newly released video. Amy Kellogg is following the story live now from London. Amy.
Well, John, as we know, Russia is battling an Islamist insurgency and has had a string of terrorist attacks over recent years. But school shootings like this one, apparently completely unrelated to terror in Russia, are completely unheard of, or I should say largely unheard of. And for that reason, people in Moscow are shocked that it went on. Now, a 10th grade student entered his school in northwest Moscow with his father's rifles this morning. Somehow he was able to get past the security guard who sounded an alarm. He went straight to his geography classroom where he killed the teacher, a young man himself just 29 or 30 years old, and then he held 20 students in his class hostage. He also killed a police officer who had responded to this event. Now, the boy's father called to the school urgently, was ultimately able, having donned a bulletproof police vest, to convince his son to free the students. It's not clear at this point what the students' motivation was. An unnamed source told a Russian news agency that he had been angry at the geography teacher for giving him his only B grade. He was reportedly a very smart boy, and all of this at this point is being portrayed as a big shock.
I talked to the classmates of this boy, his headmaster and other teachers. He had the highest marks and was one of the best students. Certainly what happened to him psychologically requires an analysis. Psychologists are working now. All children have been let out of the school except his classmates.
Now, another law enforcement officer has been quoted as saying that there may have been some sort of emotional breakdown. Student being questioned at this moment. And again, these sorts of school shootings are just largely unheard of in Moscow. We did have a terrorist event at a school in southern Russia in 2004 in Beslan when Chechen insurgents took hundreds of students hostage and 300 of them were ultimately killed. That was an entirely different sort of event, John. But what happened in the wake of that was that Russia decided to place security officers inside all schools. So that was a change in the way schools are run in Russia. And now, not surprisingly, Russian authorities are saying this morning that there is a complete review of security in all Russian schools. This, as the Olympics, of course, are just a few days away, and security is kind of on the tip of everyone's tongues in Russia, John.
Right. I'm sure with Sochi coming, everybody has to be on edge as a result of this attack.
Absolutely.
Amy Kellogg, thank you.